we're a charity, we're a working association with a charity called Adventure Under Sail Limited, and the purpose really of our operation is to take youngsters away, and adults of course, but specifically youngsters, to give them a bit of experience of life really, not necessarily teaching them how to be seafarers, but really giving them an option of something completely different.
We get lots of good volunteers come on board. They really do work hard, you know, and they're hooked in the sailing thing really. They just go from different ships to different ships. I mean, my boatswain's mate there, Lee, she's a volunteer on here at the moment, though she's classed as permanent crew, and she's been on several different ships, and they just get it in their blood really, you know.
Going from place to place is good because you see a lot more, and also a lot of people see it from land when they go on holiday. We see it coming in and from land. I did all the Channel Islands last year, and I went in different ways all the time. So you see it, you see the scenery from outside as well as in.
So we're on the main deck just now. This is the main mast, and all these ropes and lines you see scattered all over the place. These all control the sails, which are bent onto the yards aloft there. So all this rigging looks quite confusing, but there's actually there's a specific logic in it. So when people first join, they think, my word, I'll never be able to learn all that. There's actually, once they learn the logic of it, they pick it up quite quickly.
But most of the crew are down this way, and you'll find the... have a quick look in here first, engineer's cabin. Yeah, not too bad. That bit's, the actual desk folds right up and the bunk's underneath, and well, you can see use as a desk there. Similarly, that's cook's cabin similar to that, and this is more like a voyage crew's cabin, where you might have the watch leaders, but it's not en suite. And I particularly like when you see all the kids come on as an unruly mob, and when they go off a week, 10 days later, they're completely changed.
Last year, for example, we took youngsters from Weymouth, sort of 15 to 17-year-olds, mainly girls, there were a couple of boys, and they all have problems in their life. And when they came on, believe me, they were terrors. And all but from 2 out of about 30, which we sent 2 back because they just couldn't be converted. One actually attacked me, and beat me up. But these other girls, they just changed after a week, you know. They get the discipline and they get the routine, and something just clicks in them, and then they change.
At the start of the week, they come on and they either seem quite shy and don't really talk to each other if they don't know each other, or they're really gobby to try and hide the fact that they're shy. And by the end of the week, they're amazing. Some of them have really, really progressed, and you don't have to ask them to do something. They ask you if they can do it, which is amazing to see, considering the fact some of them come on and they're like, no, don't want to do it, don't want to do it. Some of them have never peeled potatoes before in their life, and you think, how the hell have you got to 16, 17 and you didn't know how to peel a potato?
The actual main engine itself is down the next deck down through the hatch. Gearbox for the variable pitch propeller, reversing gearbox, and the engine itself. Straight 6 engine, Volvo, Penta, 350 horse.
So here we are on the forecastle here now. That's the big bowsprit there with the headsails set on them. You need to get out there to actually loose them, as you do to go aloft to loose the sails. It's a good spot for dolphin watching here. The dolphins always bow ride, so it's a cracking spot to see that. It's always great fun. This is the anchor windlass here. Got 2 anchors with this chain onto the on the windlass there. So really, this is a good spot to be if the ship's powering along under sail, because you get the view of the rig and sails all full of wind, and you get the spray and the noise of the sea around the bow, so it's a bit of a special, but it's my favourite spot up here.
Just you do get a sense of the history of the city, and you do get a sense of how important it must have been, you know, in the 18th, 19th century. And it's, I mean, being on here is quite romantic in many ways because it's, you know, we're not sort of having to work on it in that respect, but it's quite a weird way of connecting with the city from the river. It's quite an extraordinary experience. I mean, you see the city from a completely different perspective.
I think the thing that the reason I do this, I could probably go and earn some more money somewhere else, but what really gets me up out of bed in the morning is the enthusiasm that the youngsters take from doing something like this, and the adults. It's the difference you see in people when they first come on board. You know, this nervousness maybe, or sometimes even aimlessness maybe. You know, not quite sure what to do or where to go, and then you sometimes see at the end of the voyage a real change in almost in personality. It's incredible how much how obvious that is. They come on maybe unsure of themselves and they leave full of confidence and full of a desire to do something really special with their lives. And I think that's what keeps me going, I think, as well as the love of playing on a ship like this. I think it's the results you see when the youngsters finally leave at the end of a trip. I think that's what is the real kicker for me.